I always thought the worst thing about insomnia was the loneliness, until I learned what really lurks online at 3:17 a.m. Last week, desperate for company, I stumbled into a chat room called Night Wakers, supposedly a safe space for sleepless souls. The login was simple: username, age, and one secret you'd never told anyone. I hesitated, but the blinking cursor felt like an invitation I couldn't resist. I typed in my secret, one from when I was 10, and chose Starhopper, a nickname only my childhood friends would remember. The chat room buzzed with familiar misery, people swapping stories about restless nights, their favorite late-night snacks, and the weirdest things they'd watched to pass the time. For a while, I almost forgot about the secret I'd shared. Then, the private messages started. Each one opened with my old nicknames: Starhopper, Little Comet, Moonbug, names no one online could have possibly known. The messages were chillingly personal, referencing games we'd played under the moonlit swings and secrets whispered in treehouses. "We remember you," one read, "and we'll see you soon." I tried to ignore them, but the messages grew more insistent, more threatening. They described the layout of my childhood home, the scar on my left knee, even the old oak tree outside my window, details I'd never typed out anywhere. Every time I logged off, I'd find voicemails from unknown numbers, all repeating the same phrase: "Can't sleep? Neither can we." Shadows in my room began to feel thicker, almost moving when I blinked too long. My own reflection in the screen started smiling back at me, just a second too late. Last night, as the clock blinked 3:17, I got one final message: "Look outside, Starhopper." I pulled back the curtain, heart pounding. Under the streetlight, 3 figures stood where my old treehouse used to be, waving, each one wearing masks painted with my childhood face. Their voices pierced the night, echoing from my phone and outside my window at once. Ready for another sleepless night? That's when I realized, the chatroom had never been for insomniacs. It was for the ones who never came back from their dreams.